The room was quiet. The doors were closed. Not because the night was cold, but because fear was heavy. The disciples sat together, their voices low, their hearts restless. Jesus had risen. Some had seen him. Some had touched his wounds. But Thomas had not. He stood near the wall, listening. Hope and hesitation wrestled inside him. Finally, unable to hold it any longer, Thomas spoke. "Teacher." The room fell silent. Jesus turned toward him. "Speak, Thomas," Jesus said. Thomas stepped forward. His voice was steady, but his heart was not. "You ask me to believe," he said. "But why do you ask me to believe without seeing?" The disciples watched closely. Jesus did not answer immediately. Instead he asked, "Tell me, Thomas, what is it you want to see?" Thomas hesitated. "The wounds," he said honestly. "The marks in your hands. The proof that what they say is true." Jesus nodded gently. "And if you see them," he asked, "will your heart finally be at peace?" Thomas looked down. "I think so," he said. Jesus walked closer. "Thomas," he said softly, "you believe that seeing creates faith." Thomas replied, "Is that not true?" Jesus smiled, not with correction, but compassion. "Seeing may awaken faith," he said, "but it cannot sustain it." Thomas frowned. "Then why show miracles at all?" Jesus answered, "Miracles open the door. Trust teaches you how to walk through it." Thomas's voice grew quieter. "But what if my heart cannot trust without proof?" Jesus looked into him deeply. "You think your doubt separates you from me," he said, "but your honesty has brought you closer." Thomas swallowed. "I do not doubt to rebel," he said. "I doubt because I am afraid to hope." Jesus nodded. "Because hope risks disappointment." Thomas whispered, "Yes." Jesus replied, "And yet you still stand here." Thomas looked up. "What does that mean?" Jesus said, "It means doubt has not stopped you from seeking." He paused. "And seeking is already an act of faith." Thomas was silent. Jesus continued, "You ask why I ask you to believe without seeing." He looked around the room. "Because the world you will walk into cannot always show you truth." Thomas asked, "Then how will I know?" Jesus replied, "By love." Thomas looked confused. Jesus explained, "You trusted me before you understood me. You followed me before you saw the cross." Was that sight or trust? Thomas's breath caught. Jesus went on, "Faith is not blindness. It is the courage to walk when clarity has not yet arrived." Thomas said softly, "But I am afraid of being wrong." Jesus responded, "You are not afraid of being wrong." Thomas looked up. Jesus said, "You are afraid of being hurt." Tears filled Thomas's eyes. "Yes," he admitted. Jesus spoke gently, "That fear does not make you weak." He said, "It makes you human." Then Jesus did something unexpected. He extended his hands. "Come," he said. "See. Touch." Thomas froze. This was what he had asked for. Yet now his hands trembled. He stepped closer. But before he touched the wounds, he stopped. He looked into Jesus' eyes. And suddenly, sight no longer felt necessary. Thomas whispered, "My Lord and my God." Jesus smiled. "You believe because you have seen me," he said. "Blessed are those who believe without seeing." Thomas asked quietly, "Are they stronger than me?" Jesus answered, "No," he said. "They simply learned to trust earlier." Thomas bowed his head. "Then my doubt was not a failure?" Jesus replied, "Your doubt was a doorway." He continued, "But do not live in the doorway once the house is open." The room was filled with stillness. Jesus addressed them all. "You will walk into places where I am unseen. You will speak to hearts that demand proof. You will face silence where answers once came easily." Then he said, "In those moments, remember this." He looked at Thomas again. Faith is not built on what the eyes confirm. Faith is built on what love remembers. Thomas breathed deeply. His fear had not vanished, but it no longer ruled him. Jesus concluded, "Do not be ashamed that you needed to see." He said, but learn to trust even when you cannot. As Jesus turned away, Thomas remained standing. He still remembered the wounds, but now he carried something deeper, not proof in his hands, but peace in his heart. And he understood at last. Jesus did not ask him to believe without seeing, to deny reason, but to discover a faith that could survive even when sight was gone.